I'm Kyle Ferderer, and I'm going to be talking about the industry growth. So according to MarketWatch, the industry is expected to grow at 6.5% through 2023. In comparison to like the housing market, that's pretty solid. They're at like 6.2 in 2018. Government regulations could slow the growth due to like safety things or engine emission standards changing. And America is the second largest market for automotive manufacturing behind the Asia Pacific market. And that's mainly due to the production capabilities in Japan and China, cheaper labor, and just the capacity sizes of those warehouses and manufacturing facilities are much larger. There is a high rivalry among the existing firms. This is due to the amount of firms mostly and how many different products all targeted towards kind of the same buyers. The bargaining power is high for suppliers due to there not being very many of them, and low for the buyers because one buyer is not that important in the grand scheme of things for one automotive manufacturer used to the volume of sales. Like Toyota last year did 2.4 million sales in the US, so one buyer isn't really that important, I guess. And the threat of substitutes is high just due to the market saturation, the competitors all kind of producing very similar products, and it's low for new entrants, and we're going to talk about that a little later. So here's a competitive mapping of kind of some of the bigger players in the industry. You can see Toyota produces the highest volume of sales at 2.4 million last year. Ford and Chevy are pretty close in competition, producing about the same quality and style of vehicle, and then Honda kind of trails them, just selling a few less. And then we have the higher end vehicles. You have the Tesla, the more innovative side. Not selling as many vehicles, but the quality is much higher. And the overall attractiveness, so for new firms, the entry barriers are going to be very high because the existing firms have the economies of scale, all the infrastructure, the technology, and the marketing budgets to really pursue the mass audiences. But for existing firms, innovation is really going to push growth across the board. Consumers are looking for the new products, the new technology, the self-driving, the electrical vehicles, things like that. And the ability to react to changing regulations is really going to pursue or push different competitors past each other, kind of as the government adds emission standards, safety standards, things like that. And the industry is expected to grow, so for these existing firms competing for that market share, if they can achieve higher market share, they're going to see their revenues and their net profits increase as we go forward.